G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. You're watching Flashlight Crazy. Today I'm reviewing the Skillhunt EC500 thrower. Let's check it out. All right, here we go. So here's the light. Obviously we'll have a much more in-depth look at that shortly. We've got the provided 5,000 milliamp hour, 15 amp max discharge battery. It is a 21700. It is a button top and is a 3.6 volt lithium ion. Here we have two spare O-rings. Those O-rings are going to be the replacements for that there. So as you can see, it's nice and oiled. In fact, I'll put the battery in now. It's nice and oiled, but if it does break for whatever reason, you've got two spares, which is really awesome. They include this really cool carry bag. So it doesn't actually, does it? Let's see. It doesn't get all the way in. Oh, yes, it does. My mistake. Yes, it does. Okay, so that's all right. I mean, it could be a little bit bigger, but I suppose if we use the stopper here and really close it up. Yeah, okay, so that's cool. So that's a nice additive. I mean, you know, if you're transporting it on a plane or something like that, or in a car and you don't need it right away, throwing it in this little carry bag is not gonna protect it from major damage, or drops and things like that, but just an extra layer of protection can't hurt. So that's nice that they include that. Here is the lanyard. Now, this is an interesting lanyard because it's got great stopper, so no issues there. Or no issues with the lanyard, to be honest. Nice material, strong material. But it's got this bit here, and then it's got this extra wired bit here. And I know that this wire bit is going to help you loop it through this, which is the lanyard holes there on the tail cap. But I just think it's really cool that they've taken the time and the thought process to add this little bit of wire, because they know that it can be a pain in the neck to thread through the lanyard in those little holes. So that's really greatly appreciated by Skillhunt. Now we have a two-way pocket clip. So pocket clip goes on there. Now, pocketing experience with this light is not amazing. Obviously you have a very large head here. So and let's just weigh it quickly, because that's going to determine whether or not using it on your hat is going to be fun or not. I can't imagine it is going to be fun, but let's just find out. So with the pocket clip and the battery included, we're talking 217.18 grams. That's not, you know, you're gonna want to have your hat strapped onto your head pretty bloody tightly if you're gonna go hands-free with this. However, it may not be designed for the hat or the pocket. May be designed for a backpack, may be designed for a belt or something like that. So the fact that they give you a pocket clip is greatly appreciated. I always prefer a light with a pocket clip than without. However, this particular light, I much prefer to use without it. It's just more comfortable, and we'll get into that in a moment. We also have a very nice long charger, USB-C, and that USB-C goes into this charging port here. Okay, so we've got a nice fat lip, and not as deep as I would have preferred, but it's still a pretty deep charging port. That also pushes in nice and flush. If we can, yep. So that it's not going to accidentally come out too easily. If you really try, you can get it out with one finger or a thumb, but it takes a few times. So you're not going to accidentally open up that charging port, because look how flush that goes down. That's really nice. That's a good design right there. There's no design flaws there. And then you've got your user manual, okay? So your EC500 user manual, which we'll get into there. All these different languages and things like that. So we'll just go into English, I would say. Now, just before we get into the light, take a look at the box. So this is an SFT 40 cool white 6500K emitter, but this comes with several different emitters, all the way down to 3000K as well. So that's really cool that they offer you different color temperatures. I love it when lights offer you different color temperatures. So this is the brightest one you can get, 6500K right there. All right, so feel in the hand. How does it go? Well, As I said earlier, I really like the feel in the hand. I think it's a very, very ergonomically great. Your thumb falls on the switch very easily. It's a very sensitive switch, a very responsive switch. Have a listen to this. Actually, I'll put up to the microphone. Okay, so very responsive, very sensitive. Love the blue light that comes on. That's your battery level indicator there. And then it goes away, which is nice. And it's just a really comfortable light to hold. The knurling on the body is brilliant. It's very comfortable. It's not too much. It's not too little. Wet with gloves, whatever's going on. If your hand's wet or you're wearing gloves or you're wearing wet gloves, you're not going to have a problem with this light. It's not going to slide out of your hands. Tail standing, fantastic. Very, very deep, smooth reflector. So this is going to give you some crazy throw, which we'll get into. And in fact, while we're on that, take a look at the beam profile. So the beam profile here is a hotspot and spill light. That's what it is. It's going to dedicate most of the light into the hotspot. So you're going to get epic throw, but look how clean that spill is. You know, that's giving you just enough light to see your surroundings, but this really is a spotlight of a light. You know, it's a light that's going to be able to pinpoint something at a great distance, which again, let's wait for the night shots for that. Now, it's pretty basic in terms of your user interface. So press and hold from off gets you to really, really low light. I mean, that's on. That's really, really low light. 1 lumen, in fact. Then press and hold again. That's 2 lumens. Press and hold again. Back to 1 lumen. Press and hold 2 lumens. So this is your moonlight mode grouping, if you will. So press and hold from off is just going to allow you to cycle from the 2 moonlight modes. Then if you want to get into your main modes, you've got to turn it off and then single click to turn it on. Now you're in your main modes. So let's just get it down. Okay, so this is your first low mode, which is 92 lumens. Step up, that's 280 lumens. Step up again, that's 580 lumens. Now if I cycle again, it's going to go back down. So this is your, I guess, main grouping modes, which is probably the ones you're going to want to use mostly, plain and simply because these are the ones that are going to give you the best run times. So for example, the 580 lumen output, you get more than 2 hours of runtime. Now, if I want to get into the turbos, I double click. So 1, 2. All right. So this is turbo. Which turbo is this? Okay. So that's turbo 1. This one here. This is 1,000 lumens. And over the space of 115 minutes, it's then going to drop down to 580 lumens for an additional 30 minutes or so. Now, if I want turbo 2, I just press and hold. And that pushes it all the way up to 2,100 lumens, which will then drop down after 2 minutes to 1,000 lumens. And then after 110 minutes, it drops down to 580 lumens for the final 30 minutes before it shuts off. So you've got 2,100 lumens for 2 minutes. The peak beam intensity is incredible. It is 203,600 candela with this emitter. That's going to give you 900 meters of throw, which is absolutely amazing. Like I said, wait for the night shots, you'll be astounded. This thing is an absolute thrower. Now, just on the highest mode it can go on right now, the head is getting quite hot, almost uncomfortable. The neck is getting quite hot, not quite uncomfortable, so I can still hold my hand on the switch without it being too uncomfortable, but I'm very aware that everything is getting very hot. Then if I want to swap it back to the lower one, I just press and hold and it goes back to the lower turbo mode, or if I want it to go off, I just turn it off. Now, if you want strobe, 1, 2, 3, and then press and hold, that's going to change it to flashing. Press and hold again, that's going to change it to that flashing, which is SOS. Press and hold again, it's going to be beacon. See that? Did you barely see that? That's beacon, which is very useful. And then press and hold again, probably go back to strobe. Okay, so that's your strobe modes. So just to recap, you've got press and hold from off, moonlight modes. That is actually on. Then single click from off, you've got your low, medium, and high modes. Then double click, you've got your turbo modes. Okay. And then 3 clicks, 1, 2, 3, you've got your strobe modes, which you just again cycle through with pressing and holding. Okay. So very, very cool stuff. That's beacon, single click, turn it off. Single click, turn it back on. No memory for your strobe modes. Now this is IPX8 water rated, so you're going to get 2 meters at least of water and dust rated, and its impact resistance to 1 meter. I reckon it can do better than 1 meter, but it is impact resistance to 1 meter. Now if you are traveling with this light and you want to lock it out, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it goes red, that's telling you it's locked out. If you want to unlock it, 1, 2, 3, 4. Unlocked. It's gone blue. Now we're good to go. All right, before we go to night shots, I'll just give you quick dimensions because I forgot to do that in the beginning. So it's just under 14 centimeters tall from head to tail. And the enormous head here, which gives you this beautiful throw, is 5 centimeters wide. And I don't want to damage the finish on the body at all, but I'll be very careful. The body comes in at 25.38 millimeters. All right, let's go to the night shots and then we'll come back for some final thoughts and where to buy. See you in a sec. All right, so the Skillhunt. Now, if I just turn it off, that's the lowest outputs. That's proper moonlight mode. But then I'll just step up. So it is the SFT 40 down an amazingly smooth reflector. So you're gonna see a whole lot of throw. Okay, there we go. So, just check that on low. Check the amount of throw you've already got on low. All right, now, stepping up. This really is like a spotlight, but with spill. Now, if I press and hold, it's going to cycle down, so I'll double click. Bang, look at that. That's a good spotlight. With very, very bright spill as well, hey, and very wide spill. You can see a lot. That is a bloody nice light. Well done, Skillhunt. Let's see those trees back there. Oh yeah, look at that. No dramas at all. That's awesome. All right, see ya. All right, so pros and cons. I don't really have any cons about this light. It's not designed to be pocketed. So you can pocket it, but it's not designed to be pocketed. So if you're buying this light thinking, great, I've got a pocket thrower here, that's not what it is. This is very comfortable in the hand. It's an incredible thrower, but it's not designed to be pocketed the way, you know, some other pocketing throwing flashlights are. But it's a trade-off because the wider the head, the more surface area you can fit with a smooth reflector, the longer the range you're going to get of distance of throw. So I think the dimensions and the ergonomics of this light are fantastic. I really like it. It's a brilliant light for a handheld, nice little compacty thrower. It throws like a bloody beast. I mean, take a look at the night shots. This thing is incredible with how far it throws. So I'm going to link this in the description where to get it at multiple places. Well, I'll link Skillhunt at lightshop.com.au, but I'll also link directly where to get this direct from Skillhunt themselves. If you're interested, click it. If you're not, don't. And that's about it, guys. I'm really impressed with it. Until next time, stay cool and stay safe. See ya.